The Home Run Derby mode probably needs no explanation, but if you don't have a lot of VP, it's probably one of the best sources in the game to earn some really quickly. So say you want to try and get every single player in the Prosby shop, it's a great way to quickly earn a load of VP without too much effort. Selecting the Home Run Derby on the main menu brings you to 3 options. At the top you have Free Play. Free Play gives you 10 balls to try and hit as many home runs as possible, but the only VP you earn is from combos. VP Challenge allows you to essentially bet some VP that you already have for the chance to actually earn a lot more. Finally, at the bottom you just have records. This will show you your longest home runs, the person who's hit the most amount consecutively, and the person who's earned the most amount of VP in one go. Once you've chosen either Free Play or VP Challenge, you'll then be brought to the team selection. Here you can choose from the normal 12 teams, but you can also use any of the other players that you've already unlocked or created. Choosing a team will bring up all the players. You'll see in the bottom right corner that each of them displays a different amount of VP. Basically, the better the player, the less amount of VP you'll earn per home run. So take someone like Murakami for example, you're only going to earn 12 VP per home run. If you were to choose a pitcher from the reserve team, then you're going to be earning a maximum of 250. You might be tempted to use a high VP player to try and get as much VP as possible, but the thing is you actually need to hit home runs, and it's incredibly hard to try and hit it with these low power players. If you're doing this to try and get VP, then you're better off choosing players that are around the 40 to 50 VP mark, especially players that have good power. Contact doesn't really matter in this. As an example, I'm going to choose Hideki Nagaoka, he's number 7 on the Tokyo Yakult Swallows. If you want to use an awakened player, then you can press square and then choose their level. Next you'll be asked to choose a stadium. Not all stadiums are equal. Above the stadium will be a VP points multiplier. This can range anywhere between 0.8 all the way up to 1.2. The easier it is to hit home runs in a stadium, then the less you'll get as a bonus multiplier. If you're trying to do this for VP, it's just easiest to choose the high school stadium. While it's the smallest and does give you the least amount of bonus points, it's the easiest one to try and hit consecutive home runs in. Once you get comfortable, you could always try doing this in another stadium, but as we're not using a super powerful player, you really want to make sure you can hit those consecutive home runs, and the high school stadium allows that. Now in game, depending on whether you chose Free Play or the VP Challenge, you're either going to see 3 buttons or 4 buttons. In Free Play, the first button just allows you to start the Home Run Derby. The exit button just quits. The last button allows you to change your control scheme from digital to analog. While normally I would play the whole game using analog control, for the Home Run Derby I actually use digital. This is because it will keep your PCI locked in place as long as you either hit home runs or fair balls. I'll show why that's super handy in a second. If you've chosen the VP Challenge, then you're going to see 4 buttons instead. The first button allows you to essentially bet with 100 VP. You'll earn a lot more points than you would do in Free Play. The second button allows you to bet with 500 VP, and this is where you'll earn the most amount of points. Then you just have the exit button and the control scheme button again. The reason for choosing the VP Challenge over Free Play is because in either of these 2 modes, every single home run you hit gives you a bonus ball. In total you can get 20 home runs, and the bonus you get from doing that far outweighs anything else. Once you've chosen, you'll just be thrown straight into it. The pitcher will throw you 10 balls in a row, and you just need to hit as many home runs as possible. Here's the reason why I choose digital. The pitcher will throw roughly in the same place each time, but it's not always exact. To try and get home runs consecutively though, you want to be slightly underneath the ball, and having the digital control allows you to just tap it down slightly to get that position. As long as you keep hitting home runs or fair balls, it's going to keep that PCI locked in place. This makes it incredibly easy, so it just means you just have to make sure that your timing's on point. As you play the game and hit home runs, you'll see in the top right corner all the points and bonuses that you're earning. The best thing to do is try and keep the combo going by hitting consecutive home runs. Especially for the 500 VP Challenge, the amount of bonus points you get really does ramp up the more you hit. Playing a derby lasts about 3 minutes, and as long as you hit a good amount of home runs, you should earn quite a fair bit of VP. Considering how quickly this is and how repeatable it is, this is probably the fastest way of earning VP for very little effort in the game. If I was to do some quick math using Nagaoka as a base, then if you were to hit all 20 home runs, you're going to earn roughly about 7,000 VP. The mode takes about 3 minutes to complete. A World Star player costs 100,000 VP to buy. So as long as you can hit 20 home runs each time, then this method is going to take you roughly about 15 attempts. Compared to any other mode in the game though that might require more effort, this is probably the quickest and easiest. But there you go, that's just a quick explanation of the Home Run Derby and how to quickly earn VP fast with minimal effort. Any questions, just drop me a comment below, I'm always happy to help where I can. But as always, thanks for watching, I hope you're enjoying the game and I'll catch you on the next one.